Disappointed in the result of the game. Certainly give Coach Cosgrove and his kids a lot of credit for what they were able to do down here today. Kind of eerie, similar to what happened here 2 years ago. I had a lot of kids make plays. I thought that some of our playmakers, really did show up tonight to play. Obviously, Ben Edwards' performance was outstanding. Stephen Barnett was, very dynamic. We did churn out about, 400 yards, I think just shy of that in the game. But our defense kind of failed us out here tonight. They had a, real good game plan. They were real patient with what they were doing. And we really never were able to knock them off track or kind of take control of the tempo when our defense was out there. So we got a lot of work to do. I said it earlier on the post-game interview. Right now we don't have a very good football team. That's just the reality. You are what you are. We're 2-3, and we don't have a real good football team right now. I've got some good players, but we've got a lot of work to do here in the open date. Had a number of guys that did not participate tonight in the game, and obviously that certainly didn't help our cause, and we will continue to evaluate, their status here as we get into this open date. This time I'll take any questions from the media.
You had to do it again in some of those red zone opportunities. Would you change much if you thought you had good stuff going and just didn't work out?
Talking about offensively? Yeah, I think we had some good stuff down there, John, and we got some weapons down there. Mike made a bad decision on the one for sure, and I'll have to watch the film to see on the other throw that he made. But I think we got a good plan down there, John, and I think we've had success down there, and I think we put a lot of pressure on people down there in the red zone. We just have got to be a little more use better judgment there, especially on early downs with the football. My thought there at the end was worst case scenario, we're going to throw the ball in the end zone 4 times. And I said that to the group when I called them over. I don't know if it was 29 seconds, 27 seconds. We had a timeout. Throw the ball in the end zone. It's either a touchdown or it's incomplete. So in theory, you wouldn't even need to use your timeout. We had plenty of time. Just don't do that. Don't throw the intercept. And there was some pressure, and a lot of things always factor in. And Mike has such confidence in his ability to make a play that he'll force a couple of things, and it's probably what happened there. I'll watch the film to have a better assessment of that.
Can you talk about second half turnovers as a whole and how that? You guys have had some drives and whatnot and be halted by turnovers. Can you talk about how they?
Well, in the first half, they took the first drive of the game and marched right down the field. And at halftime, their play count was higher than ours, maybe by 7 or 8 plays. And I was really thinking that if we can get some stops on defense and get the ball back to our offense, that we would move it and score. And in theory, I think that, I was on track with that thinking. In the second, we ended up with running 73 plays to their 63. So once we kind of got the ball in our possession, we were putting together some drives and we were moving the football. Now, they all weren't ending, with points, and that's certainly something that we need to continue to work on and improve upon. But I did think there were some moments there in the second half that we did establish some momentum in the game, in particular in the third quarter. And then again, that's why I give Jack and his staff and his kids so much credit for being able to continue to hang in there and continue to fight their way through the thing. And I've never been in a game where so many plays down in the red zone with interceptions and just big plays down there that totally changed the flow and the momentum of the football game.
And the run game again wasn't as productive, obviously, as last week. Did they do something to cut you off there?
Well, we did nothing in the first half. And so coming out here in the second half, I wanted to be a little more patient with it, and we were. We had a few more successive runs and a few more opportunities, in particular for Jacoby. they're better up front than the team we played last week, and that was probably the most most definitive thing that we knew going into the week, that this group was better up front. The kid that had been out there for a while, number 9, was out there playing. He looked pretty good. He was explosive. So no excuse not to have more production, but I think that's kind of the short answer to it.
What happened there in that last touchdown? You guys tied it at 21, and then 3 plays later they had that big, I think 48 yards after that touchdown. What happened?
Well, I think I referenced that a little bit ago. I'm going to have to see on film exactly what happened there. They threw 3 straight quick passes to the far sideline, and I don't have great vision over there. We missed a tackle, I know that, but not good defense. I mean, I know that happened, but to be specific, I don't feel confident in offering that right now.
Coach, this is tougher to take because it's the conference opener.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of all we talk about, and we talked about one and done, heading into an open date, and the ability to go out there and fight and compete and put everything on the line. And I think most of my kids did, but I don't know that all of them did. And I'll have to go back and really study the film and make some decisions as we move forward.